say it's the backpedal. Oh, I really didn't mean it like that, because Bernie's really a good guy and he's touching a chord with the country. Give me a break. Claire McCaskill ought to spend more time on what's going on in Ferguson, Missouri, than she should on what's going on in national politics. Senator Houston, we have a problem. But the Clinton loyalists are out and about trying to figure out exactly what is happening with the Clinton campaign. By the way, the demise of Rush Limbaugh, what is happening there? We're going to touch on that coming up here in just a bit with Holland Cook Media Consultant. It's interesting how many stations are dumping Rush Limbaugh around the country based on what happened 3 years ago. We'll get to it in a moment. I want to play a sound cut from back in June when the infancy of the Bernie Sanders campaign was just starting to evolve into something that, gosh, we better watch this. And Claire McCaskill said something on one of the cables, the senator from Missouri. She's a Clinton loyalist. She said that Senator Sanders is a socialist and was getting a pass from the media. Let me remind the senator from Missouri that Bernie Sanders is the only national candidate that did not have live coverage of his official announcement in Burlington, Vermont. That's right. I was there. We were going to do it. They pulled the plug on it. We had to cover something else. None of the other networks covered Bernie Sanders' official announcement that he's seeking the nomination when he had the lake as the backdrop and the beautiful mountainous scenery of Vermont and several thousand people there in Burlington supporting him. Gave a heck of a speech, but of course nobody saw it live. I think maybe C-SPAN had it. I'm not sure. So this idea that Bernie Sanders is getting a pass is bullshit. And this idea that he's a socialist isn't flying with the millennials, because identity politics is dead in this election cycle. I've said it time and time again. I'll continue to say it. Where are you on the issues, and where do you want to take the country? The fact that Trump is doing as well as he is shows that Republicans are issue-oriented. At least there's a core of them that want to make sure that things get handled. Most recent polling out in Iowa shows that he's more equipped to handle the dysfunction in Washington than anybody else, and that's one of the reasons why he's leading the poll in Iowa. We'll get to that. But this is back in June. This is Claire McCaskill, I think, discrediting Bernie Sanders.
The media is giving Bernie a pass right now. I very rarely read in any coverage of Bernie that he's a socialist. Well, Rand Paul's father got massive crowds, Ron Paul. Mm-hmm. He got the same size crowds. Pat Buchanan got massive crowds. It's not unusual for someone who has...
None of them got 27,000 people. None of them got 20,000 people. Claire McCaskill should correct herself in a big way before she makes a fool of herself, okay? As if Missouri doesn't have enough problems. The bottom line is this is how the Clinton loyalists play the game. They'll just say it out there, and because they're Clinton supporters and the Clinton machine is out there, it's going to be picked up and not challenged. Those comments by Claire McCaskill were not challenged at the time. So now the polls are out in New Hampshire, and here comes Claire McCaskill saying, oh, Bernie's touching a chord. Here it is.
I mean this sincerely. I think what he's doing, he's touching a chord, and I get the chord he's touching, and it's an important conversation we need to have.
Wait a second here. Hold on. Where's the socialist label, Senator? Now, is this a socialist chord that he's touching? Or is this a populist chord? What kind of chord are we talking about here? So we've gone from a comment in June to a comment in August, almost 2 months later. Holy smokes, we got a different Bernie out there, apparently, according to who she says is very sincere about this, Claire McCaskill. Play the thing again.
I mean this sincerely. I think what he's doing, he's touching a chord, and I get the chord he's touching, and it's an important conversation we need to have. In the long run, I think it's going to be very good for our country and good for our party. I do believe that Hillary Clinton will be the nominee, and she'll be elected, and I hope that she is. But I certainly respect what Bernie's doing and how he's doing it.
Okay.
Wow,
and how he's doing it. Well, how is he doing it? You know, I think that this is a microcosm of how a lot of these Democratic senators are feeling right now after they came out and said, oh, Hillary, we're supporting Hillary. Hold the phone. This is so early in the process, and this just underscores that just because they're sitting in the United States Senate doesn't mean they know what the hell they're talking about when it comes to politics and reading where the people are. This is a classic of how someone's going home on vacation, supposedly working with the people, trying to explain what the hell is going on in the Democratic Party.